from being a tenant to a landlord, like the whole landlord. What's working, guys? Nah, man, like 80 levels, girls. Wanana kiwena, like it's your girl, Cuticula, Cutisa, guys, Cutisa girl, and I am back with another bomba video, guys. I know I have been gone forever, like forever. I know I have been gone forever, guys. But today I've decided, you know what can I do for my followers? Let me just spoil them with a story time. Besides, guys, this story have been requested for a long time, like for ages, guys, especially by my TikTok followers. Ever since I've released that story about my failed marriage, how he hated my daughter, how I moved out, like people have been having questions, like curious, like, okay, why did you even marry this person, how you met? So you realize he doesn't like your daughter, he hated your daughter, but you continued. Like, why? Woman, balance us. What was going on in your medulla oblongata? Hey guys, so anyway, guys, let me stop rambling. But before I get into that, it's only fair if we just clear everything up. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. And please do hit that notification bell so that every time I post the video, you'll be the first to see. And guys, I think this one is gonna come as sort of series because I think there's a lot that happened on this marriage. I think on this one I will post up until the maintenance court and so you don't want to miss that. You just don't want to miss that for a world. So either way, let's get right into it. So guys, again, I was staying in this other place, ne? So lenda living kuyo, it had rats, impuku, like amagundwane, ne? It had rats, ne? And the place was not clean, man. It was not. It was just a lot in that place, and they were keeping a lot of things like insimbi and you see. So I decided, you know what, I want to move out of this place because it's not even less in terms of rent. Like, I'm not saying why I'm staying there because it's not even a case of I'm saving or something. So nje, let me look for another place. So I went on Gumtree. I was looking for a place, and then this guy was like, how are you? I'm fine, and you what? And then we went on WhatsApp. Then he told me that he can come fetch me, and then I view the place, and then yabo, he will return me back. So guys, you know me, mina ngiyazihambela, plus mina guys, I like talking too much. Like, okay, woman, slow down. So afike uguy makaphuma emsebenzini azongilanda, and then we went to his place. When we got to his place, did the guy not start in the main house and show me around the main house? I'm like, dude, like, we came to see the rooms that you are renting out. So now what the hell are we doing here in the house? And then he poured some drink for me, and then he showed me his sons. Like, he has two sons, ne? Like two boys. So I've seen them, I've greeted, everything was fine, and then we went to the rooms now. Okay, I viewed the rooms and I was happy, I was satisfied because I wanted a room with ensuite, the ensuite one, you see. So yeah, he had exactly that, even though now it was no longer 2-bedroom, it was just 1 room, and then the ensuite, the kitchen and everything, you see. I was like, no, it's fine because it's just me and my daughter, that's it, it's okay. We went to stay there, and the price was a bit down. Okay, so yeah, we moved out on weekend. We went to stay there. The guy was hands on, like he was. Guys, if I'm talking about someone who was hands on, I'm talking about that guy. He was hands on. He was helping out. And then following day, I don't know where they were going. He offered, Uti, can we go? Like, there is a nice pub or nice place. And then I was like, nah. And nah, guys, one thing about me, I love my space and I love sleeping, so I did not go. Then following day, he came, he bought me like meat. He was like giving me meat. I'm like, okay, this place is gonna be fun, like it's gonna be fun. Okay, he bought me a box of KFC, so I've decided, you know what, let me go eat at his place with his kids, because I feel like it's only fair if I go and eat there. Okay, guys, let's fast forward this. Time went by. Okay, aloko yabo ayenza all these things. Then I got to see ukuthi man lo muntu lo uchamekile. Like uchamekile. There's no other explanation. So things went. And then I was like, okay, I had a boyfriend by then, but my boyfriend was dribbling me, like he was showing me flames. So I was like, okay, we spoke, Mina and I, and then I told him, oh, my boyfriend is giving me this and that and that. And then my boyfriend was paying for the rent there. I told him that my boyfriend is paying for the rent and what. And then he was like, oh, okay, no, tell your boyfriend not to pay the rent anymore. You're not gonna pay rent anymore in this room. I'm like, okay. And then, guys, one thing led to the other. Like, before we know it, we are now dating with the guy. That's how we met. We met through me looking for a place to stay, and then now izinto zajika uyabona, from being a tenant to being a landlord. Like, level up, girl. Like, level up, girl. If you know, you know. And then ngamuvela to endlini, because maskuluma, it was a case whereby like it doesn't make sense for him to have a room which is not making any money, of which I could just go inside the main house, and then we have another room where we can also make money. Me and I, like, girl, are you listening? Okay, I was like, okay, sharp. With my daughter, guys, because my daughter has been with me since, like, she has been with me. So so he knew that I have a daughter, and he acted like he was fine with it. Okay, everything was fine. And then I fell pregnant. Okay. I don't know why did I have to fall pregnant. I really don't know why. I don't, guys. Even now, I'm still thinking, was it really necessary to be pregnant at that point? No. Like, no. Absolutely no. But either way, I fell pregnant. And then, throughout the pregnancy, we started having arguments, fights, what. Things were now, like, turning around. Like, I'm a flames. Like, I've seen flames, guys, in my life. Okay, fine. Pregnancy. But bottom line is, guys, we couldn't stand each other. I would miss him when he is at work, but at the same time, when he comes back from work, like, yo, guys, no. Maybe it was because of pregnancy. I don't know. I really don't know. So, okay, we continued with the guy. We continued. So it happens that now, this is how I've realized that he hates my daughter. Like, okay, maybe hate is a big word, or is I don't know. Let me just say, he did not like my daughter, or he had issues with my daughter. Ne? My daughter, bear in mind, now she's 11. You can imagine by then how old she was. Like, she was just an innocent child. Okay. Like, if he's angry with me, my daughter has to also be crossed in that fire. Like Yo, guys, Snininini, he wants to go somewhere. He would just take his kids and leave my daughter like that. Like that. So some other time, I think it was December. Yes, it was December. So we planned to go out, like see swimmer and stuff. Yabo. So following day, when we had to go and swim, one of the son did not have swimwear. The other one had. So I suggested ukuthi agqoke a short and what. Yabo. Even my daughter at that time, I don't remember her having a swimwear. If she had, it was an old swimwear or something like that, ne? But yeah, I think she did. Okay, so ngisugeste lapho umntwana athule angakhulumi, and then went to his father. The next minute iyacancelwa into outing leyo. We no longer going because the son does not have. He wants us to start at Mr. Price and buy before we can go. And guys, please, you can imagine around E24, like around 23, 20 kahle December nje, it's a lot. So I couldn't go, guys. I was heavily pregnant. I couldn't go. And guess what? They left either way, with or without me. And then my daughter was crying, was crying out, was crying. Like, there were incidents, man. At some point, there was a time I went to work. I left them like still sleeping. Then he was around. I went to work, and I was gonna come like very quick because I think I had 2 classes or something, but I was gonna come back very early. So I left. When I came back, my child, like, I heard from the gate while I was opening the gate, like, she was crying her lungs out. And he had to say she just cried when she heard the car, like, yes. And then that's when she started crying. But looking at the eyes, at the veins, the way she was, you could see she was crying for a very long time. And he couldn't care. He was watching TV. He was just watching TV. So even when she wanted something, she would need to go with the flow of his kids. If his kids don't want that, then it's not gonna happen. Like, guys. And bear in mind, I was working, and then there was a point whereby he suggested that my daughter must go and stay with my parents in Eastern Cape. Bear in mind, I'm in Joburg, and then we stay with his 2 sons. Is it sons? Okay, but it feels wrong whenever I'm saying it. We stay with his 2 sons, ne? And then my daughter, I must send her home in Eastern Cape. Like, really, guys, like, really, how will I on earth be happy for his kids or parent his kids, like, healthily and humbly, when I know that my daughter is just at home? I abandoned my daughter for his kids. Like, it doesn't make sense. So I suggested ukuthi yazini labantwana mabaye kwi-boarding school, yabo bayohlala kwi-boarding school bonke, and then we start raising lo umntwana that we are common kuye simenze siyi-2. He did not understand that. He told me that his kids are blood kids. They can never be like, it's his bloodline, so they can never be like away from him. So it's only my daughter that must go away. What. I was like, yeah. So that's how I moved out. I moved out because I could see it was getting steeper and steeper for me. It was getting steeper, guys. Like, trust me, it was getting steeper because I could not imagine my daughter away from my eyes. Like, I could not. I could not, guys. So I was like, this guy, I think he is not mine. But guys, you know what? When it comes to love, you don't just and then that's it. So there were occasions where I would come back, we would still talk and go, and I could see ukuthi yazini we are going back and forth. I could understand one, like, we don't understand each other. But at the same time, it's just like, guys, because at some point I would miss him, and then I'll go back to him, and then we start fighting, and then I go. Yeah, but it was that kind of situation. But the main thing that made me to say I am out of that marriage was the fact that he wanted my daughter to go stay in Eastern Cape while I'm parenting his kids. We are staying with his kids. Like, I'm there, I'm part of it. So I was like, nah. Yes, our parents and our grand like parents, they did that. Bazenzile lezo zinto lezo, bashiya umntwana umuntu ayoshada and everything. Umntwana akhule ene resentment kumzali, like all those kind of things. But that can never me, like child, that can never be me. Like, it can't. I love my daughter to the bits. Like, I don't even know like who I can love more than my kids. Like, I can't. So okay, sahlukana ke kanjalo ngahamba. Did he even care? No, like, he didn't. Guys, I won't lie, he didn't even try ukuthi silungise izinto and stuff. It was like -1, because I remember the day I left, I took his keys and then I put the keys behind the house where we used to put the keys, and then I left. When he came back, he realized that I'm gone, and other tenants, obviously, they told him that she's gone. What he did, he called me like, hi unjani ngishapu, okay, where did you put the keys? I'm like, where we usually put them. He's like, okay, sharp. That was it. That was just it. Then I was like, okay, sharp. And then days went by. Umuntu nix. The next thing ke kwaba that saga of him wanting back his lobola, ukuthi ilobola yakhe mayibuye, because I failed. Like, I failed. I was like, okay, dude, talk to my parents. I have parents. I'm not owning myself. Yabo, and we never had any negotiations, me and you, or any exchange of anything, me and you. You did go to my parents, so do the same. So that was that, guys. I hope you did get the clarity, even though this story, I feel like it's all over the place. Like, it is all over the place, but yeah, I think this is what I could manage to, at this point. I'm not sure if I've answered all the questions on how we met. This was just for how we met, and then I think the other stories will come, and the part of maintenance. I think after this one, it will be the maintenance, how it went. So I hope you did like the story. I hope you did like, you did subscribe. I hope you did hit that notification bell. I think you did everything. Can we please grow this channel, guys? Please. Love you loads, sana. With God's love, never fail.